What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe and we are back again for some more Dragon Quest Builders. How y'all doing today, folks? Hope you're doing fantastic and wonderful. Hope this video makes your day even better. Before we get started, we very much appreciate if you would hit that like button, and thank you so much if you do. And also, thank you so much for the continued support on this series. I've been having an absolute blast with it. Oh my goodness gracious, here comes the night, and I hope all of you have too. So in the last episode, we ended up actually finding another NPC. Oh my goodness gracious, all right? So we ended up bringing this freak back to town, and he's all talking about books, I love books, and saying how that if we can end up deciphering them, maybe we'll end up getting something, or rather that we can end up using to kind of reconstruct the town, you know, kind of get this town to its former glory. Yay, you found someone to join our town. Yes, I certainly did. What's that? You think he seems a bit shady? You might be right there. Well, you did say that he was a weirdo in the first place. That's why I avoided him in the first place. Yeah, exactly. When I first saw him, he was giggling to himself and stroking this ginormous book, okay? But that he's got a beard. He must be pretty dependable, right? And he must be really clever too. I mean, he's got such a big bushy beard after all, okay? But anyway, now that we've found a new friend, we can all work together to make this the best city in the whole of Alphagard. We got our seed of life, which means more to our maximum health, even though we're not really fighting any enemies yet. I said, oh, I see, it won't let me actually eat it or anything. Well, I guess I can start setting up some of these items over here. Maybe we'll put this stupid old man over in this corner of the town, but let me get things associated first. There we go, because I just wanted to make sure that we grabbed that seed before it ended up deleting itself, because honestly speaking, I don't really want to risk it, you know? You never really know what's going to end up happening. So let's put that down. Let's also grab a quick little torch and put that down as well. And now Bald builds an empty room. So we end up gaining more points to something. I don't know what, but either way, whatever. And these crates are just serving for coolness sake. What is that guy doing? Like, seriously, I like him a little bit more now because he's crazy. Thank goodness we put that box there so he could get down, because otherwise that was really, really weird. Let me put this down in here as well. 30 points. I don't know what these points are actually getting us just yet. Hello, freak.
Bob, my friend, I do not mean to cast doubt on your claims, but was it truly you who constructed these buildings? If that were true, it would mean that you have the power to build things, a gift that mankind lost long ago.
Okay, that's kind of weird. It's like the most basic of all things. Even cavemen did it.
Could it be that you are the builder whom the Chronicle book speaks? The legendary figure blessed with the power of construction? Bah, of course not. If the builder had a face like that, I'd eat my own beard.
He better eat his beard then.
Ah, yes, Bob, I nearly forgot. The path across the mountains between this town and the place where you and I first met is dreadfully treacherous, wasn't it? Well, the Cantlin Chronicle describes a special tool that can be crafted from the feathers of the chimeras that dwell amid those mountains. A monstrous convenience, a contrivance that lets you travel at blinding speed and be back at your base in the blink of an eye. It teleports us back to our base. Of course, if you truly were the builder of legend, I'm sure you would have no trouble creating this item and showing it to me. Okay, Bob, my child, you need only lay your hands upon a new material to discern what items can be built from it.
Aha! So we have to end up getting new items to actually unlock new crafting recipes rather than actually getting blueprints through quests and stuff, right?
The chimeras you seek dwell at the foot of the mountains fast by this place. Use your compass to find them. You might not lose your way.
Okay, quest marker appeared. Yep, okay, shut up. Let me go do stuff. What is it talking about? I like how this game keeps constantly saying, like, go to this area that's right nearby and you're going to be able to find this quest marker and quest item. And it's like, dude, no. That's not anywhere nearby or anywhere we've been at all. Where you first found me? Are you kidding me, dude? I didn't first find you over here. I found him behind us. Like, really? I'm not complaining, mind you, because it seems like we're gonna get a bunch of special goodums from it. Hopefully we can so far get an axe out of all of this stuff. Hey, Hey, what are you doing, game? I had a stick. Yeah, that's right, I had another stick. I see, so we have to equip it so that we can actually put it on our person in the first place, right? Okay, that's a little bit different. Now, we should probably leave a lot of these crafting tables around, most of all, just because you never really know when we're gonna need them, you know? And bringing them all back to our base is not really, is that the Chimera? Yeah, it is. Bringing them all back to our base is not necessarily something that we're going to need. Bob obtains his first Chimera feather. A fastly tied fan of fluttering feathers instantly teleports you to your base. What? Is it a consumable? I don't get it. Where's our recipe? Okay, Chimera wing times 3. Yep, so we need 5 per, and we get 3 when we craft it, and then, yeah, I'm going to naturally, ow, you stupid bird. I'm just going to assume that it's a consumable, right? Most likely. Like, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Maybe that's why they had that crafting table so close by, though. That would make sense. I kind of want to climb this cliff and see what is up there, if anything. What I do like this is pretty darn cool, actually. Okay, so you can actually stealth on enemies. But this is pretty cool that this is kind of like a hunting ground, you know? Like, very traditional RPG element. I like that. So, I wonder, too, I want to double check here, because as we were sneaking up on those enemies, I was noticing that they were 2-shot instead of 3. So, let's see if this one that we're actually attacking... Yeah, so we're actually doing less damage to the enemy that we're facing, like, head-on. So, we actually get, like, stealth damage, like attacking an enemy from behind actually has a benefit, well, like not only just to our survivability, right? Okay, that was kind of weird though. I don't know. But it's a little bit strange. The combat definitely is going to take me a little while to get used to because I don't like the fact that your character doesn't really have that much reach. You know, it's kind of like the combat is on the same grid system as the building, but it makes it very difficult to kind of see, like, how can we actually attack, you know? So I'm just kind of spamming the attack and hoping that it works while these enemies are kind of getting all up in my face. Okay, I see. So we can... No, we can't. I was trying to be careful there and see whether or not we could actually, like, attack the enemy, dodge them, and then attack again. But it seems like we actually take damage from touching them as well. These enemies are disgusting, by the way. Like, seriously, they're weird worm birds. Werbs, I guess. So this might actually take me a little while. So let's see. Ouch. Okay. Let's see. Well, I was gonna say about doing it off camera, but honestly speaking, I think we can actually manage this quite easily right here. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna struggle with the controls here a little bit, though, folks. But let's see if we can actually get up here. Kind of see what we can actually see, you know? Oh my goodness gracious. These controls are insane. It's gonna take me so long to get used to it. I may never fully get used to these controls. Like, seriously, folks, because it's pretty crazy. Aha! I knew there was something up here. All my efforts were not in vain. That's good. What is this going to end up actually having in it, though? That's the real question. Hello, special chest. Oh, it's one of those life plants. Okay. Well, that's worthwhile then, isn't it? Now, can we actually steal this? No, we can't. Can we open it and close it? That's all we can end up doing? Okay. Well, at least we get a nice little peek at the surrounding area. Wow, this game's big. Like, we got a new biome over there. More of those bird freaks. I also can kind of see in the distance there, you might not be able to see it, but right in the middle of our screen right there is actually a sleeping dragon. I'm assuming that's going to be a dragon boss. That's just nothing but ocean and then draw distance, because we do know that there's a bit of a town over there. Oh boy, I gotta hurry though. I gotta hurry. Nighttime, the night is coming. The night is coming. I mean, at least we can end up going to a crafting table. That fire VFX is very beautiful. I hope we get some long-range weapons at some point, too. But anyways, let's actually construct one of these right now and use it just so that we can end up seeing how this ends up working. Ha ha! You use the Chimera. Do you want to use one to fly back, it means. Okay. Whee! Well, at least that's very convenient. Because otherwise, I was worried we would end up exploring a little too far and kind of losing track of what's going on, right? But that's pretty darn cool. I like how convenient this game is getting. It's very slow. I'll admit that. Like, seriously, game? I'm not a 2-year-old, but I mean, I guess it's okay that they're taking this long, you know? Most of all, I like the fact that they're introducing us into some really nifty stuff. Good, goddess above. No, that's not his voice. This is a Chimera wing. It is just as some book describes. Then there is no doubt about it. Within dwells the long-lost power of construction within us. You really are the builder. Ever since the light was lost to us, the realm plunged into darkness. Yakety yak yak yak. The day that benevolent Rubus would send the builder to save us, I don't care so much about the lore. Bub, my child, what? Who's talking? You need only to touch a Chimera's feather to know what you can build from it. I mean, you already told me that from like 50 zillion other times, didn't you? Keep a keen eye on your surroundings, my child. If you see anything that you haven't seen before, collect it. Okay, yeah, thank you. Bub, my friend, you and I have vital tasks ahead of us. Firstly, we must complete the glorious restoration of the once great city of Cantlin. And secondly, we must unravel the mysteries of the terribly tragedy that brought ruin to the world. Something or rather, tall turrets and towers to keep the monsters at bay. Ooh, I like that. I like the sounds of that. It is even said that a great golem once watched over the city, keeping all inside safe from harm. A great golem used to protect us? Okay, that's pretty cool. But those citadels and strongholds were completely obliterated and now nothing else remains. How can such a wretched fate have come to pass? You just kind of keep repeating the same thing over and over, just with different words, dude. I plan to uncover the mystery around it. No doubt that your powers will come in handy. The truth becomes yakety yak, like seriously. Blah, ha, 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 ha. That's kind of why I ended up skipping that first tutorial section in the first episode, because it ended up doing stuff like this. Also, I love how these prizes are so underwhelming from completing these quests. That was a very difficult quest to end up getting a stick. We should have got some feathers or something. I've been starving lately. I could eat my own head. All of this building and inventing is hungry work. So I've been thinking, if we had something to cook with, we could make all sorts of delicious, nutritious meals. What do you say? Can you think of something you could build to cook things in? I wish. Put it in a room with a chest so that you can store the delicious dishes we make. Yeah, so yeah, make us a room to cook with, okay? You don't gotta be a jerk like that, but whatever. Make us a kitchen. Eureka! Bob learned how to make a campfire. A simple stand built above a bonfire used for making mouth-watering meals. Light source can be used to cook food. Okay. Building a room from the ground up. A room must have 2 block-high walls around it, a door and a light source. Oh, like they told us at the beginning of the game. Like, seriously, I've already got a room over here, okay? What I need is... What the... Okay, so different crafting tables apparently have different limitations as to what you can actually craft with them. Like, the stone workbench is just better. Okay, what do we need to actually make this? We need a random bonfire. Suddenly, I wish I didn't throw that other one in the garbage, but at least we can make it fairly easily. Okay, boop, boop, boop. Let's do this. There we go. And then they wanted us to throw this into a room, which conveniently we've already got this one over here, which let's actually get rid of that. Get rid of that as well, because I know that the room's destroyed. I don't care. Let me put this sucker down right here. Man alive, that takes up a lot of space. And then also we gotta construct a chest, which doesn't seem like there's any around, so we gotta go to this stupid thing. Where's the normal chest? We can make one of these, right? There we go. I like how at least it kind of tries to tell us that, you know, you don't have any of these items inside your inventory, right? I wish that we could actually use RNL to kind of swap through these instead, but whatever. Let's do this. Okay. First, crude kitchen. Primitive kitchen for the preparations of something or rather. Unfishy, blah, blah, blah. We'll cook food and put it in a chest. Okay. Residents will cook food, putting it in a chest. Okay, that sounds good to me. Whatever. Wow, look at that. Okay, blimey, you did it. You made a place to cook. Now I'll be able to make all sorts of scrumptious food. Thank you, Bob. And that chest is perfect. If I make anything really, really tasty, I'll put it in there so you can try it out for a bit. Okay. Thanks for the plum cherries. I guess it will end up working out. Whatever. All right, let's see if we can actually build some stuff ourselves. Shrooms on a stick, delicious mushroom shish kebab. I actually love that idea. I knew that those mushrooms were gonna end up coming in handy. And then we can craft a fried egg, but we need a monster's egg, which is pretty brutal, honestly speaking. Well, let's eat one of these. Gives us 20% instead of 10, so that actually gave us a whole piece of bread. That's really cool. And then what was the other thing I wanted to double check? I wanted to see whether or not this person ended up actually constructing anything and putting it in this chest. Aha, so they just put a straw door and a bunch of earth that I don't think I ended up putting in there. All right, well, anyways, let's talk to this freak. Will, by my bulbous belly. It seems like I love the writing every now and then, you know? It drags on a lot most of the time, but the comedy is gold. Yours is a wonderful thing. Okay. I wonder if your culinary skills are equally exemplary. I ended up actually just eating something 2 seconds ago, but whatever. What? Make it yourself? You'll build a whole kitchen for Peepa, but you won't even make me a simple measly meal? Bob, you wound me. I thought we were friends. By the way, I should mention that I saw some delicious looking orange mushrooms growing. Yep, I already got that. Water's Edge. Be sure, I'm sure you could make a terrific meal out of the fine ingredients that 3 servings should do the trick. Do you have an agreement, my friend? Bring him some shish kebab. Okay, we ended up just making those 2 seconds ago, but whatever. One thing that I am noticing that will end up being a big part to play a little bit later on in the game anyways, is setting up our town properly. So we want to have all the crafting houses as close as possible. So I might actually move the kitchen right over here next door to this house instead of having it kind of out on its own. And well, yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, Bob, you cooked me these mushroom things. I'll have you know, I'm a very discerning diner, he means. Okay. I'll only accept the most exquisite of meals. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be able to find any number of mushrooms growing next to the water. Okay, so that's kind of the tip to them. Once you've gathered enough of them, roast them on the campfire like we just did 2 seconds ago to make some food. Okay, I already did it. Bob, have you cooked these mushrooms yet? Yeah, I did. Oh, he said he wanted like a serving of like 3 of them, right? Yeah, okay, so he did want 3 of them. I guess that was what he was meaning where he was saying like, I need to eat. Do I detect the succulent scent of freshly roasted Man alive. The fragrance alone is a mellow melody of mouth-watering flavors. By my growing gizzard, these shall make a magnificent meal. Come now, hand them over. Quick, quick, quick. Yep, here you go, you freak. Why did we actually have to choose? Burp, guzzle, fart? Yum. The Cantlin Chronicle covers a wide range of topics. The chapters concerning the preparation of hearty, healthy meals are of particular something or other. Pardon, you want to see it yourself? The book that I held in my mind? Sorry, Bob, but that book is a priceless family heirloom. I can't just parade it around in front of anyone who asks, and besides, the tome is written in an ancient cryptic script. There's no way that you or anyone else would be able to read it. What little knowledge I myself have gleaned from it has taken years of painstaking study. However, I have not a single doubt that this book holds the key to restoring the city to its former glory. Blah, 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 blah. Here's all the secrets I'm never gonna tell you. Something about I love you, but anyways, leave me alone. And as far as these mushrooms, okay, that's actually a really clever pun, but kind of stupid at the same time. I like it. You'll take our everlasting friendship from these, so here you can take one for yourself. Okay, Cool, thanks very much. And unfortunately, we are on time for today, everybody, so I don't think we're gonna get to do another quest. Still pretty exciting that we ended up actually getting to go out there and get the return back to base thing. I think that's gonna be really, really cool. While there is still so many quests, and honestly speaking, I think that this game is going to take a very, very long time before we get through all of these quests. Honestly speaking, I have a sneaking suspicion that this game might have quests until the very end of just gather these resources, so on and so forth, right? But what I want to do is head out in that direction to that place that looked like a village and kind of explore that. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode and just kind of go off the beaten trail and see the limitations of the game and if we even can go off the beaten trail. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.